It is time for the main event of the evening. Championship on the line in a very unique combination of individuals in this matchup.
Black Label Pro, one of the companies that is not shy to put man versus woman when the time is right. They are all athletes, after all, regardless of gender. And we will see intergender championship matchup here in the main event for the Black Label Pro Championship. And we will see that guy getting stepped on by Ethan Page.
All ego most certainly using another human being in lieu of steps to enter the ring.
As Prince Nana once said, why don't you get on all fours and let him step on you to get in the ring? He said that to AJ Williams.
We're showing our age, David. We're showing our age.
Jade Chung a couple of times. More than a couple of times with Jade Chung. Embassy forever.
And speaking about equality in wrestling, where men and women can hook it up inside the ring in an intergender match, here she comes. She is not just a competitor here. She is the Black Label Pro Champion. She is Jordynne Grace, and this is her yard, Dave.
Jordynne Grace defeated filthy Tom Lawlor to become the Black Label Pro Champion. And now to take on one of the toughest customers you will find on any event across the independent scene in All Ego, Ethan Page. Not going to be an easy task if she wants to walk away still the champion at the end of BLP JAM.
Dave, you and I have been part of pro wrestling for between us about 40 years, and we've watched it much longer than that. This is a matchup that intrigues me. It's really easy at this point to get jaded, to maybe not be as invested after so many years on the job, but this is something that excites me. This is something that intrigues me. I can't wait to see what these two competitors pull out in this matchup for the Black Label Pro Championship.
Thank you.
Quite the resume. Okay, that's enough.
For all those titles, the word former in front of them, now the current. The title that matters here is around the waist of our next competitor. And there it is for as many titles as All Ego Ethan Page has. Take nothing away from his career. Take nothing away from his accomplishments. Jordynne Grace, currently, all of those championships referenced, but the one we will be speaking to tonight, the one on the line tonight, the reason we are all here, main event time, All Ego Ethan Page challenging Jordynne Grace for the Black Label Pro Championship. Referee Brandon Toll overseeing the action, and we are almost off to the races, Dave.
Off comes the vest. Ethan Page ready to get things underway here for your main event of the evening as we have the opening bell. Black Label Pro Championship at stake.
Show of strength by Ethan Page, but as we heard earlier from our ring announcer, Jordynne Grace is short on nothing in the strength department. We heard her stats, and I'm not above saying she's well north of me right now on all of those categories.
And a lot of the men in the locker room as well. So even though Ethan Page may have that height advantage, she certainly has a lot of power behind everything that she does inside that ring.
We've seen a lot from Jordynne Grace here in Black Label Pro, defeating Filthy Tom Lawlor for that championship, winning a Battle Royal at my first outing here at Black Label Pro a few months back, outlasting several men and women in that Battle Royal.
You got to worry about your opponent inside the ring. Don't be talking trash to the fans in attendance here tonight. You can't take Jordynne Grace lightly whatsoever. I know that Ethan Page, he's in the past displayed some, kind of chauvinistic tendencies when he has to face a female opponent. But he has to realize there's a reason that she is the champion.
Ethan Page, very cerebral. He knows what he's doing in that ring, including the mental game, including the verbiage, including everything that he is using. He's got a lot of tools in his toolbox. He knows where to use them. We heard the tale of the tape, we heard the tale of the titles, and we heard the tale of the thud of Jordynne Grace being sent down to the mat.
And you can see that she was attempting to elevate Ethan Page for the body slam, didn't have enough leverage on that attempt to take him off his feet. Question is that she's able to wear him down a little bit more, and he can't really fight it off. Will she be able to pick him up and do exactly what Ethan Page is doing to Jordynne Grace right now as he plants her with another body slam? And again, focusing on don't worry about the crowd. You need to focus on the Black Label Pro Champion inside the ring. All this body weight down across her back. She's got an injured back. Not going to be able to easily do anything that involves that power and that strength. She has a bad back.
You can have a 240-pound squat, but if your back is out, if your disc gets herniated or you fracture a vertebrae, that squat goes away very quickly. Is that a bear hug?
Either that or perhaps she was thinking about going for a belly-to-belly suplex, but the bear hug is very effective. You can see an expression of pain on the face of Ethan Page, but separating the hands of Jordynne Grace, freeing himself from the bear hug and burying that knee into the midsection. Gets the elbow up, right? That connected right with the face of Ethan Page, as did that boot. Shoulder tackle. He's staying on his feet, though. Trying to get enough momentum to take Ethan Page off his feet here. Swats away the clothesline attempt, trying to pick him up for the body slam. But again, can't quite pick him up off his feet.
This is where that attack, that focus on the lower back, that's where this comes into play. Just like we said moments ago, if your lower back is gone, that is a primary core. There's so much primary core musculature there in the lower back, but so many of your primary lifts and your compound lifts, they're taken away. That back is gone, so is a good portion of Jordynne Grace's strength. And now into the upper back and mid back.
Repeated knee strikes to that back.
Very sound strategy here by Ethan Page, knowing Jordynne Grace has the power in her arsenal, whether it be throwing around weights or human beings. He's taken away some of the primary offense here of the Black Label Pro Champion, and we'll see what she's got. What does she have left? What other tricks are up her sleeves that she can do to retain that title here tonight at BLP JAM?
It is very smart wrestling by the challenger. Ethan Page knows what he's in the ring against. But Jordynne Grace trying to battle through whatever damage has been done to that back. She connected with those strikes, but as she came off the ropes, all that momentum was taken away from her by Ethan Page.
And a I'm not sure if that was directed at a fan or he just needed to clear a passage.
A little bit of both, probably.
A little from column A or a little from column B.
Fans here encouraging Jordynne Grace to fight back to her feet here.
And right now, backbreaker just one more time, driving all of Jordynne Grace's own weight over Ethan Page's knee. Lifts her again.
Repeated backbreakers.
Second verse, same as the first, and you can see the look of just pure pain on the face of Jordynne Grace.
Lackadaisical cover it, kicking out at 1. He's going to have to do a whole lot to take away that championship tonight.
Now from up high and down low into the back once more. Just absolute expert dissection of the human body here by the challenger. There's a reason he's held all those titles. He knows how to break down the human body.
Whether you're male or female, you get broken the same way. And now making her humble here. Cinching in a camel clutch on Jordynne Grace.
The camel clutch puts pressure on a lot of different places on the body, but you can see one of those primary places bending her in half at the apex of her own back, and now transitioning into a rear chin lock, also bending her back. Ethan Page wants that title, but I don't know what he wants more, to win that title or to embarrass Jordynne Grace.
Fought her way out of that position, back in a standing position. But another backbreaker, this time right across the ribs, though. Looking over both sides, the back and the rib cage of Jordynne Grace. As she smartly rolls to the floor where she cannot be covered and potentially lose the championship. Trying to shake off the effects of the damage that was just done. And back first into the steel barricade she goes as well.
What seemed like a sound strategy at first by the champion is now turning to her disadvantage, as Dave just said, into the guardrail. Not where she wanted to be. She was hoping to buy herself some time, but now she's just buying herself ring aprons and guardrails. And though it's cliche, there's not a lot of padding on that part of the ring.
And it's just a steel ring frame. Back first into the barricade once again.
Ego with a head of steam and finds nothing but his ribs against the guardrail. Is that the advantage Jordynne Grace needs? Is that the turning of the tide to this match? Is that going to give the champion the advantage she needs to capitalize and retain that championship?
Sent him back inside the ring, and now we're going to ascend the turnbuckles in the corner as the champion, but Ethan Page back on his feet before she can come flying with whatever she had in mind. Ethan Page now up to the second rope himself. Jordynne Grace all the way on the top rope. What could we see here?
Seen Ethan Page use a top rope Samoan on more than one occasion. He's got her cradled, and now variant on the Death Valley driver from the top rope. That has to be it, Dave. It is a new Black Label Pro champion.
Both
1,
legs.
2, no!
Only 2, Jordynne Grace able to kick out. He just launched her more than halfway across the ring off the top rope, but still able to kick out.
Have to believe the only thing keeping Jordynne Grace in this matchup right now is the heart of a champion, the heart of a Black Label Pro champion, doing what she can, scrimping, kicking, scratching, clawing, doing what she has to do to survive to retain that title. But ego, all ego, you have to believe he's looking for the death roll.
Jordynne Grace doing what she can to block.
Clubbing blows by the champion. Front, back, and now she's just clubbering him, Dave Prazak.
She clubbering the man. Getting a burst of adrenaline. Jordynne Grace trying to elevate him. Can she get him this time? No. Collapsing under the body weight and that bad back. All of the damage done to the back of Jordynne Grace for the duration of this contest. She couldn't support his body weight. She did pick him up, but couldn't complete a body slam from that position. Too much damage has been done.
All the adrenaline in the world, all the energy Jordynne Grace is getting off these fans, not enough to elevate Ethan Page for the body slam, but now ramming him into the post.
Shoulder first, right into the ring post.
Is Jordynne Grace finding another way? Her strength game may have been neutralized, but now she's using her speed. She's using a different plan of attack, and this is why she's a champion, Dave. She's modified her offense. She's doing what she has to take to bring that title back home with her to Austin, Texas.
Okay, she was about to go for maybe that Vader bomb in the corner, but he goes to the floor, and she goes soaring. Cross body off the top, down to the floor, connecting with Ethan Page. Brandon Toll surveying the wreckage as Jordynne Grace pulls herself up and rolls back inside the ring. This is going to give her a little bit of time to recover, regroup, catch her breath a little bit.
She's got the time, and Dave, she's putting some distance between herself and the challenger. Could be a count out, but that's that many more steps that Ethan Page may have to take to get to Jordynne Grace. That much more energy that he may have to expend, but now coming right back to him with a forearm to the face.
To suplex him back inside the ring now. Ethan Page blocking the attempt, though, holding onto that second rope. And looks like he's trying to suplex Jordynne Grace to the floor here. Forearm shot, and again, Jordynne Grace with momentum off the ropes. Slides through the legs and grabs hold of Ethan Page. Face first on the edge of the ring frame.
From the doomsday position, Page out the front door into the ring apron. And Grace, I can't help but think that may have been an audible. She held that weight up just briefly enough, got herself out from under the weight of Page, and let his own body weight do the damage. And yet again, the champion back in the ring. But Dave, she is a worn down woman.
Yeah, you gotta wonder how much strength is left in her body after the damage that has been done to her back. He has just picked that body part apart for the duration of this matchup, pulling himself up off the floor, getting back inside the ring now. But Jordynne Grace is waiting.
Worn down woman, worn down man, worn down world-class competitors here for the Black Label Pro Championship. Pump handle position now, Jordynne Grace, what's she looking for?
Can she get the leverage necessary?
There's no water at the pump as all ego Ethan Page has her up now, Oklahoma position.
Stays on her feet. Into the corner, gets her feet up right into the face of Ethan Page. Up to the second rope she goes, but Ethan Page has got her. Iconoclasm down to the mat. Holds on to the wrist.
That shook the entire building, Dave. Did you see the vibration on the cameras here on Powerbomb.tv?
Looking to powerbomb her from that position, but able to counter.
You could see the strain in the legs and the lower back of Jordynne Grace. She can thank those squats that she does. That gave her the extra strength in the legs to compensate for the lower back. She dug down, she used what she knew she had left in the tank, but has she emptied the reserves? Has she emptied the clip, so to speak? Jordynne Grace has to make that cover. She has to do what it takes to put all ego Ethan Page away to retain her championship if she's going to do it here at BLP JAM.
Double count administered by Brandon Toll as both wrestlers trying to pull it together, get back to a standing position, and continue to fight. Who's going to walk away from this event wearing the Black Label Pro Championship? Jordynne Grace, again, cinching in that bear hug, perhaps looking for a belly-to-belly if she can get it, but certainly wearing Ethan Page down. Again, he's trying to fight his way free, though. Able to do so. Elbow from Jordynne Grace, though. Big boot connects with her. Still on her feet, but able to nail the spine buster.
Only a one count on that one. That took so much from Grace to pull that out. She got the spine buster. She elevated all that weight of all ego Ethan Page. Now doing what she can to keep him on the mat, dropping that elbow. Jordynne Grace, again, that heart of a champion. What is it going to take for her to walk out of Crown Point, Indiana, reigning and defending still the Black Label Pro Championship?
As much damage has been done to her back, she's focusing on the back of Ethan Page now. 3 elbow drops down across that back. Trying to take away his strength as well.
This match has been back and forth, statement and answer, statement and echo. And now both competitors worse for wearing what I've got to believe has to be the later stage of this matchup. I don't know how much more either competitor could have left right now.
Hard-fought matchup from both competitors thus far. Fighting for who's going to be able to get a suplex here, it looks like.
Jockeying for position, and all ego gets all of that suplex, every bit of it, up and over, driving Jordynne Grace into the mat, and he's not done yet.
Not going for a cover, instead looking to follow up. He's going to place her up on the top rope. Going for that iconoclasm again, but a kick to the back by Jordynne Grace. Crossbody across that back.
Almost a variant of Shadows over Hell.
Absolutely. Going for that Vader bomb. Big splash. Hooks the leg.
Let's do it. So close.
Unbelievable. Able to dig down and get that shoulder up at 2 3/4 was Ethan Page. Maybe gonna go for it again. Maybe from the top? No, just going for another off the second, but he gets the knees up into the midsection.
He's got her now, wrist clutch, has her up, and what
Crossover.
goes up goes down.
Somehow Jordynne Grace kicks out.
What is it going to take for either of these two competitors to pull out the victory of this match? Frustration building in the face and the actions of all ego Ethan Page. You can see the sheer just wear and tear on Jordynne Grace. You can see she is fighting to get back to her feet. These two competitors giving us one hell of a fight for the Black Label Pro Championship.
Ethan Page back in a standing position as the crowd here in Crown Point encourages Jordynne Grace to continue to fight here to retain her championship.
All ego looks like he may have been scouting for that swinging Dwayne.
Able to send him back first into the turnbuckles. And again. Big forearm shot. Elevating Ethan Page now to the top rope. Jordynne Grace up to the second herself. Looking for a superplex.
If you can't suplex him from the ground, maybe elevating his position. Maybe gravity will help get that suplex she's been scouting this entire match.
Another big forearm.
Oh no.
Going for a muscle buster, it looks like. But holding on and just shoving her down to the canvas. But she's back up. Body slam off the top rope, launching Ethan Page into the center of the ring. But she walks right into that super kick.
Super kick finds the mark. Jordynne Grace pounce!
And that sends Ethan Page all the way out to the floor. Jordynne Grace now hits the ropes and sends him into the barricade with the dive. But he sends her back inside the ring after connecting. She's going to go for it again, it looks like. And again, putting it all on the line to retain the championship.
Right now, neither competitor seems to be getting 100% of what they're going for. Jordynne Grace using her body as a dart, launching it at all ego Ethan Page, trying to catch Jordynne Grace, trying to get her in another power move of some kind, but neither one getting 100% of what they're looking for because they've had to put so much effort into this match up to this point. Both of them want that title. Jordynne Grace has it currently. Ethan Page wants it more than anything to walk out of here with that championship. And one more time, that time Grace got all of it.
And set his back right into the bottom of that steel barricade as well after the impact of that third dive to the floor. Needs to bring him back inside the ring. Pull out the win here, though. I want to see this one in a double countout. Nobody wants to see that.
The lower part of that rail, a very dangerous place. It can impact your back. You can also, when your head is near that, very easy for your head to snap back, impact that rail. And we all know head impacts in wrestling. No good comes from that.
Jordynne Grace back inside. Up, and that's 10. Well, Jordynne Grace able to beat the count. We didn't see the double count out. We saw Jordynne Grace, the Black Label Pro Champion, able to get back inside the ring after doing enough damage to keep Ethan Page on the floor for the full count of 10. A win is a win. She fought through that battle and him picking apart her back for the duration of the matchup and did what it took to pull out the victory to get her hand raised here in the main event of BLP Jam.
Jordynne Grace fired every round in the clip, and the last several rounds were her own body, jettisoning her body into that of Ethan Page. The first one didn't get all of it. The second one got even more, but the third one, she got all of it, and she is leaving this championship match every bit the Black Label Pro Champion, Jordynne Grace.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on Powerbomb TV. For Kevin Harvey, Brandon Toll, and everybody as part of Black Label Pro, good night, and thank you for joining us.